Every morning, you wake up with good intentions, and every night you go to bed having broken them. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care, but because nobody ever taught you how discipline actually works. It's not willpower. It's not motivation. The samurai knew something about discipline that modern culture has completely forgotten, and it changed everything. If this is the first time you're finding this channel, welcome. Hit subscribe. We take ancient Japanese wisdom and turn it into tools you can actually use today. Now, let's get into it. Here's what nobody tells you about discipline. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are weather. They come and go based on how much sleep you got, what someone said to you, what's happening in your life. You cannot build a life on weather. You cannot build consistency on something that changes every single day. The samurai understood this completely. They didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't wait for inspiration. They trained in rain, in cold, in grief, in exhaustion. Not because they were superhuman, because they had a system that didn't require feelings to function. The word they used was Tanren. It means to forge through repeated practice, the same word used for forging a blade. You don't forge a blade when the conditions are perfect. You forge it in fire. You fold it under pressure. You beat it when it resists. And the beating isn't punishment. The beating is the point. Without the forge, there is no blade. Without Tanren, there is no discipline. Modern culture has sold you a lie. It told you that disciplined people are different from you, that they wake up energized, that they love the grind, that it comes naturally to them. That's not true. Every disciplined person you admire has mornings where they don't want to move, days where everything in them says stay, moments where the gap between intention and action feels impossible to cross. The difference isn't that they feel differently. The difference is they built a system that moves them even when they don't feel like moving. Here's the samurai system. 3 parts: simple, brutal, effective. The first part is called Kihon. It means fundamentals. The samurai trained the same basic movements thousands of times, not because they were boring, not because they lacked creativity, because they understood something profound. Under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. When a real battle came, there was no time to think, no time to plan, no time to feel ready. The body moved from what it had practiced so deeply it became automatic. Kihon is the practice of making your most important behaviors automatic. This is where most people fail. They keep trying new systems, new routines, new apps, new approaches. They never go deep enough on the fundamentals to make them automatic. Your Kihon is the non-negotiable core of your day, the things you do before you think about whether you feel like it. For you, that might be making your bed the moment you wake up. It might be 5 minutes of silence before you touch your phone. It might be 1 page written, 1 set completed, 1 task done before anything else. It doesn't matter what your Kihon is. It matters that you repeat it until it requires no decision, until it's just what you do, until it's just who you are. The second part is Zanshin. It means remaining mind. After a samurai completed a technique, they didn't relax. They maintained total awareness, total readiness. Not tense, not anxious, just present, alert, awake to what comes next. This is the discipline of attention. In modern life, the opposite of Zanshin is autopilot. You go through your day unconsciously. 1 hour bleeds into the next. You pick up your phone without deciding to. You eat without tasting. You have conversations without listening. And at the end of the day, you wonder where the time went. Zanshin asks you to stay awake inside your own life. Practically, this means one thing. Before every action, pause for 1 breath. 1 single breath. Before you open your phone, 1 breath. Before you eat, 1 breath. Before you respond to a message, 1 breath. That breath is Zanshin. That breath is the space between stimulus and response where your discipline lives. That breath is what separates someone who reacts from someone who chooses. The samurai fought entire battles in the space of a breath. You can build your entire life there. The third part is Mushin. It means no mind. This sounds like the opposite of discipline, but it is the peak of it. Mushin is the state where discipline has become so deep, so practiced, so automatic that the self disappears from the equation. There is no more internal debate, no voice saying should I or shouldn't I, no negotiation between what you want to do and what you need to do. There is only the action, clean, direct, effortless. This is what every master in every field is describing when they talk about flow. The musician who disappears into the music, the athlete who stops thinking and starts performing, the writer whose words arrive without effort. This isn't magic. It's what happens when Kihon has been practiced long enough that Zanshin becomes natural and Mushin becomes possible. You are not there yet. Neither am I. Neither was the samurai apprentice on his first day, but this is the path. Kihon to Zanshin to Mushin. Fundamentals to awareness to effortlessness. Practice to presence to freedom. Now let me give you something you can use today. Not next Monday, not when life calms down, today. The samurai had a practice called Misogi, a purification ritual. At the start of each training season, they would do something physically and mentally demanding. Standing under cold waterfalls, fasting, extended solitary practice, to mark a clear line. Before this moment, I was one person. After this moment, I am another. You don't need a waterfall. You need a line. Right now, today, identify your Kihon. One fundamental behavior that if you did it every single day without exception would change your life. Just one. Write it down. Say it out loud. This is your line. Before today, you were someone who tried to be disciplined. After today, you are someone who practices Tanren. The forging has begun, and the forge doesn't care how you feel about it. The forge only cares that you show up. Here's what I want you to understand before you leave. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not suffering. Discipline is not grinding yourself into dust. True samurai discipline is the deepest form of self-respect. It is the decision to honor your future self over your present comfort. It is the choice to become someone who can be trusted. By others, yes, but first and most importantly, by yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, you make a deposit into the account of your own self-trust. And when that account is full, something changes. You stop needing motivation because you know with certainty that you will do what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, because that's who you are now. The samurai didn't train to become warriors. They trained until being a warrior was simply the truth of who they were. That is available to you. Not tomorrow, starting with one fundamental, starting with one breath, starting with one line drawn in the ground that says, "This is where I begin." Draw your line, start your Tanren. Your blade is waiting to be forged. If this shifted something in you, subscribe to Wisdom Forgotten. Ancient wisdom, real tools, no fluff. Drop a comment. Where are you watching from? And what's your Kihon? The one fundamental you're committing to starting today. I read every single one. See you in the next video.